Welcome. This video is prepared by CDA Guwahati. In this video, we will be talking about the reasons for online GEM bill rejection and remedial measures to reduce online GEM bill rejection. As we all are aware that recently the government guidelines are like that we have to procure goods and services through GEM portal only. And based on those procurement, when the goods and services are delivered or received, we generate CRAC number, and based on that the bill is floated on GEM portal, and through GEM portal via Honeybee server it comes to our Tulip system. This Tulip software is available at every regional CDA for processing online GEM bill apart from doing other activities. Now we are also aware that there is a reverse penalty clause if the online GEM bills are not passed within 10 days from the CRAC generation number date. So if there is a delay of online bill passing of GEM bills, then there is a reverse penalty of 1% of contract amount per month. So if the bill is passed on 20th day from the date of CRAC, so there is a delay of 10 days, so there will be penalty of pro rata basis, that is 0.33% of contract value on the buyer. And if you accumulate this amount for the entire MOD, this amount will be in crores. So the purpose of this video is to tell you, educate you about the reasons for rejection of online bill and remedial measures to reduce the penalty and reduce the time delay in passing of the bill. Now let's start. Now here is the screen visible to you of Tulip software package which is available at regional CDA via which we pass the bill, online GEM bill. When you generate, crack and float the GEM bill, it comes to Tulip server via Honeybee server, and following data is captured. Number one, these are the GEM bill details. Now in the GEM bill detail, you can see the order ID, the CDA code. For example, for CDA Guwahati, it is 21. Then unit detail, then invoice number and date, contract number and date, CRAC number and date, then vendor detail, is account, bank detail, amount. Then here we write the rejections region. Here what is the item under procurement, the quantity, the delivery date, the code head, the GST detail. Here you can see the consignment details. Then here you can see the TDS details. Now this bill is being rejected. Why? Now every GEM bill which is available on Tulip, following files are visible to us for processing the bill. Number one is financial advice file. In the financial advice file, unit has to upload the sanction given by the CFA in the revised Appendix K format of TPM in such a manner. And then second is the contract file. It is generated by the GEM server. Third is invoice file, again generated by the GEM server. Next is crack file, again generated by the GEM server. Next is bill file, again generated by the GEM server. And then last, the specimen signature uploaded by the unit. Now here we can see that unit has to upload only two files. One is specimen signature of the signing authority, and second is the Appendix K. These are the two documents, and these are the two documents because of which the maximum rejections are happening. So now we will show you what are the reasons for rejection and how to rectify those things. So this is the number one bill, case number one, in which the bill is being rejected. Why? Because this is a post audit bill. Now unit has forwarded a bill in code head 85/869/00, that is a TTIG grant, and CFA has given the sanction in the financial advice file in TTIG grant only. Now TTIG grant bills or similar grant bills are post audit bills. That means unit has to pass the bill and submit the post audit account for post audit of by the CDA Guwahati. Now unit has selected CGDA instead of unit as a payment method in the GEM server. That's why these bills are being reflected at the CDA end. So we have to reject the bill. Many units are doing such activity, so it is advised that to desist from such activity and please pay attention to the code head, and the post audit of bills should be passed by the unit and should not be sent to CDA or regional CDA. Now, second is the bill which is in front of you is again being rejected. Now, what is the reason for rejection? Here is the financial advice file uploaded by the unit. Instead of uploading Appendix K revised DPM format of expenditure angle sanction given by the CFA, the unit has uploaded urgency certificate mentioning the item detail quantity. No rate amount has been mentioned by the unit, neither any date stamp is mentioned. So this is not as per Appendix K, hence the bill is being rejected. Now we'll come to third case. The third case, again the bill is being rejected because of the financial advice file not uploaded as per Appendix K. Here is the example. The unit has uploaded approval certificate for the TEC signed by the CFA. Now TEC report is your internal document. You have to upload Appendix K as a financial advice file on GEM for processing of bill. So again we are rejecting the bill. Now next case is again rejected. Why? Same reason, financial advice file is not as per format. Here you can clearly see that in the financial advice file uploaded by this unit, the items are mentioned, quantity as mentioned, but rate, unit rate, amount has not been mentioned by the unit. So what is the amount of sanction is not visible in the Appendix K, so the bill is being rejected. Same thing. Now we will go to next case. Here again one unit has forwarded a bill of 25,950 to CDA and it is again rejected. Now what is the reason? Here you can see the bill has been floated in code head 869. Remember 869, but in the financial advice file the unit has given sanction in code head 561. So there is mismatch of code head between the financial advice file and the code head under which the bill was floated. It should be same, otherwise bill will be rejected. Now next case is a bill forwarded by one unit for certain amount 1100,591 and it is being rejected. What is the reason? Here the reason is written bill amount is not tallying with the product total amount. Why so? Because in the financial advice file uploaded by the unit, the bill amount is, the sanction amount is 11,650 and the amount for the bill which is floated is 11,591. So there is a mismatch. Now what is the reason for mismatch? Here the item was delivered 2 days beyond the original delivery period, that is PRC date. So there is 2 days of delay. So DP extension should have been given by the CFA IFA. That file is also not available. A contract amendment file should have been there in which the TP extension was given to vendor. It is also not available in the financial advice file, you can see. And third, the unit has deducted the LD. That's why there is a mismatch of amount in the bill and the total amount. That's why the bill is being rejected. In such cases, it is requested that you please upload the sanction given by the CFA and IFA for the post-contract management issues like DP extension along with the contract amendment file, and please do not deduct LD based on your uploaded document. So regional CDA will deduct LD. If you have waived off your DP extension LD, then no LD will be deducted, and if you have given DP extension with LD, then pro rata basis the LD will be deducted by the regional CDA. Now we are coming to next case. The next case again is a case forwarded by a unit for amount 27,000 and here the bill is being rejected. Now what is the reason? Again the financial advice file. You can see the financial advice file uploaded by the unit is bearing no date stamp. It is partially correct Appendix K, but the unit CFA has forgot to mention the date of issue. So we cannot ascertain whether the sanction given by the CFA was prior to the supply order date. The supply order date is 29 September 2021. So whether the sanction given by the CFA is prior to this or post to this. The sanction should always be given prior to placement of contract, the basic thumb rule. So the bill is being rejected again. Now we'll come to the next case. Here the unit has sent a bill of 22,500 to us, and we are again rejecting, saying that financial advice PDF file not uploaded and specimen signature file not matched. Now you can see the appendix K uploaded by the CFA. Here clearly there is no signature of the CFA, there is no ink signed signature, no stamp, and clearly the sanction of competent authority is not as per revised appendix K of TPM, hence the bill is being rejected. Now we will move to the next case of rejection. Here one unit has forwarded the bill for 1,26,336, and this bill is being passed. So we will see what are the reason why the bill is being passed. You can see the CFA has uploaded the financial advice file in the revised format of appendix K, containing 12 different rows and clearly mentioning all the rows without any doubt, the broad purpose of sanction, the government authority of schedule of DPDs under which the sanction was given, the detail of the item code, quantity. If you are procuring multiple items, then it should be mentioned serial number 1, 2, 3, 4, and if you are procuring huge number of items in one go, then you can upload an annexure mentioning details of item, quantity, rate, amount, etc. as an annexure to appendix K in the same financial advice file and upload it with the same tab, with this tab, so that the bill can be processed. So here you can see this is a near to very good appendix K, where all the details has been clearly mentioned, ink signed, stamped, dated. So the bill is being passed. So now you have seen the various reasons for rejection. Now I will show you the proforma for appendix K, that is financial advice file, to be uploaded by the units when they are procuring any goods and services. This is available in DPM. You can take it from there. Now it is having 12 different information. The broad purpose of sanction you should clearly mention. You should also mention the name of the item or different items, name of the vendor or different vendors, the quantum or quantity or scope of goods or services, financial year, the unit rate, the amount including the taxes, breakup of taxes, the DFPDS schedule under which you have given the sanction, CFA has given the sanction, the IFA involvement, whether with consultation or without consultation, that is inherent power, the detail of paying agency, the code head, the CFA approval noting detail, the IFA UO number detail. If CFA has not signed the document and he has delegated power to sign any communication to any other officer, then detail of that letter, and if there is overruling, then detail thereof. And here the ink signed signature of the CFA or his duly authorized rep along with the date and file number detail. So this is how appendix K should be filled and uploaded as a PDF format as a financial advice file on GEM portal. Now last thing, when you float a GEM bill, this screen is visible to you. Here you have to select CGDA as a payment method for all pre-audit bills, and if it is a post-audit bill, for example some grant, ATG grant, TTG grant, ACG grant, then you have to select unit as a payment method. And if you select CGD as a payment method for pre-audit bill, then you have to select, for example, CDA Guwahati code 21, so that those bills comes to CDA Guwahati Tulip server via Honeybee server of GEM. So I hope this video is helpful to you and will not commit such kind of mistakes committed by the various units, because of which the bills are being rejected. Thank you.